We're going to start with a plank walkout today. We'll just wait another minute for everyone to get here, but if you want to get extra credit, you can start that plank walkout right now. I'll just remind you of how to do it. So your hands are on your hips. You'll hinge from your hips, folding forward, belly comes to thighs, and you'll just start walking out to the top of your mat. Holding here, feeling into your chain fire, and then walking your hands back towards your feet, pressing your feet into the earth, hands come to hips, press all the way up to stand, float arms above your head, give yourself a little back bend, and then fold forward. Once again, hinging from hips, belly to thighs, walk on out. Great way to wake up the body, get that anterior chain firing, gazing slightly in between your hands to keep that neck in a nice neutral position. Hands to hips, pressing up to stand, reaching arms up, expanding, and then folding. Just keep moving. We're just about ready to start here officially. Looks like one more minute. All right, welcome to Move Well, Move Better. We're in the process of doing plank walkouts, and we're gonna start for real in 5, 4, 3, 2, hinge from hips. Let belly rest on thighs, walk hands out. Feel anterior chain fire. And then slowly walk back, bending your knees as much as you need to. Belly rest on thighs, hands to hips. Press through your feet to rise to stand. Arms above your head, little back bend. Come on back down, hinging from your hips. Walking back in, bending knees, belly resting on thighs, hands to hips. Press, expand, forward fold. And then rest, you'll come to the ground into a supine position, knees in line with hips. You'll bring your hands behind your head as you lift your chest towards your knees, and then you'll lower heels to the ground, head to the ground. So you're just working the rectus abdominis here, doing your best to keep just those 2 points of contact, the mid-spine and tailbone on the ground here. Feel the drawstring tightening in between the top of your pelvis. Rest. Hip thrust is next, so I want you to think about pressing the ball and the heel of your foot into the earth and then bringing them towards each other. Feel your inner thighs fire, lift your hips, feel drawstring tighten. Feel tone in your inner thighs, feel glutes firing as well. And just moving up and down, really feeling the push of your feet turn into a reach through your hips. Notice that you're hinging from the hip crease here. Rest. Come to your hands and knees. And then come into a half kneel position. Bend a little deeper into that front knee so you start to feel a stretch through that right hip flexor. And then you're gonna reach back, get a hamstring stretch, and come forward. So you're just moving between these two extremes. You can reach up with your arms and get a nice deep stretch. And then come on back into that hamstring stretch. Just warming everything up. Three, two, and rest. Other side. Bending deeply into that front knee. And then rising up. And then coming back into that hamstring stretch. So just really getting that nice extension, pressing back. Just really feeling that push of your foot into the earth. Reaching those arms out for a little bit more extension in the thoracic spine. And rest. You'll bring your hands to the earth, so we're coming into quadruped. You'll tuck your toes under. You'll hover your knees off of the earth. And you're just going to do your best to keep your pelvis level. 3 steps forward, and then a few steps back. So you're just going to be moving forward and back on your mat, working on that drawstring tightening in between the top of your pelvis, working on shoulder girdle stability here, getting everything firing so that it will aid you in your movement. Ten seconds. 2, and rest. All right. We're gonna come into a side plank hold. So you could do that on your knee, or you can come onto your feet, press your bottom arm into the earth. Notice the shoulder nestling onto the back here. Maybe your top arm reaches up towards the sky. And we're just gonna hold. Just notice that you're reaching through that bottom hip to lift up to get that bottom glute med firing. Obliques have to do some work here too. Really, it's a full body isometric hold. So we're waking everything up right now. Another 15 seconds. Great job. Good, rest, other side. So you'll just come on to the other side, press bottom foot in, top foot in, reach top arm up to the sky, nestle that bottom shoulder onto your back, and you'll just lift that bottom hip up and breathe. Nice work. So noticing that nice engagement through the shoulder girdle and feeling like your arms are wings here. And rest, nice job. All right, we're coming to stand. Just start doing a nice squat here, just pulsing. We'll get ready for a little pickup here. All right, we're going for another 20 here with these squats. So just notice that as you push your feet into the earth, that push turns into a reach through your hips. And just feel that. Rest, mountain climbers. Press your hands into the earth. Stack your shoulders right underneath your wrists so that you can just let one knee reach in between the shoulders and then the other. You should feel doming in your upper back here. Claw the earth slightly. Three, two, one. Back up to stand. This time we're going to go with the feet out to the sides so we get into the VMO muscles. So you're just going to do that sumo squat and really drive your knees out to the side. Three, two, rest, back to mountain climbers. We'll go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and go. Five, 4, 3, 2, rest. Back to regular squats. Here we go. Nice work, everybody. Press your feet into the earth to turn that push into a reach through your hips. Rest, back to mountain climbers. 3, 2, and go. Ten seconds. Rest. All right, wide feet again, sumo squats. Working that VMO muscle. Driving those knees right out towards your ankles. Rest. Last round, mountain climbers. And go. Five, 4, 3, 2, rest. All right, we're coming into our first circuit. We're going to do 3 moves, as you know. We'll start with your left foot, left knee bent into the ground, your right leg straight, and you're gonna pulse. So you're not going above your knee and you're not touching the ground, and you're hugging your muscles onto your bones here. We're gonna get all those quadricep muscles working. You'll come to the other side. You'll do the same thing, press into your right foot, ball and heel moving towards each other to keep that arch nice and intact. Then you'll come into a forearm plank and you'll alternate extension of one leg, extension of the other, keeping the pelvis as level as you can, okay? All right, here we go. We're going in 5. So left foot's pressing into the earth. You're feeling the pelvis nice and level, and then you're pulsing. So muscles are hugging onto the bones here. This will come in handy later on in our workout to have a really strong leg. So really work on this small movement and really create that integrity of a muscle hugging onto the bone. Three, 2, and rest. Nice work. Extend left leg, press ball and heel of right foot into earth, and then feel them come closer towards each other to maintain a really solid arch. And just notice muscles hugging onto bones here. Nice work, everybody. Almost done. 3, 2, rest. All right, forearm plank. So just do your best to gaze slightly forward. Have your thumbs pointing up. Pelvis remains as level as possible. And you're lifting one leg and then the other. Just feeling that nice long lever arm as you lift one leg. Feel the glute fire. Feel the whole leg working to make the motion nice and fluid. Rest. All right, back to our pulses. Press left foot in the ground, ball of foot moves towards heel, heel moves towards ball of foot. Pulse. Maybe place your hands on either side of your pelvis so you can really feel drawstring tightening in between the top of the pelvis. You spread the toes wide, it helps the muscles hug onto bone. Rest. All right, prepare for the other side. Ball and heel hugging in towards each other. Nice defined arch. And then you'll just pulse. Nice work, everybody. 3, 2, and rest. All right. Forearm, plank. You can interlace your hands if you want here, gaze slightly forward, and then just alternate extension, one leg, and then the other. Do your best to keep that pelvis level. "15 seconds. Rest. One more round. Ball of left foot presses into earth. Ball presses towards heel, heel to ball. Pelvis level, pulse. You can feel that drawstring tightening in between the top of the pelvis. It's like a trampoline. It's your transversus abdominis, just strengthening that internal weight belt. Holds your organs in place, helps stabilize the spine. Really important muscle. Three, 2, 1. All right, other side. Press the right foot into the earth, ball and heel moving towards each other. Really define that arch. Feel the muscles hugging onto the bones here as you pulse. Notice the stability you're creating through the right side of your body, so you really experience the two body halves. Three, 2, rest. All right, last round, forearm plank. Press your elbows away from each other to dome the upper back. And then you can press the elbows towards the balls of the feet to really get that core firing. Once again, doing your best to keep your pelvis level. Three, 2, 1. Nice work, everybody. Okay, so we're moving to quadruped. You're going to create that nice stable foundation. Press your hands away from each other. And then feel the upper back dome. And you can press your hands towards your knees. You're going to first keep that pelvis level and reach the knee out to the side. And then you're going to shoot the heel up towards the sky. So you're going to be moving out to the side and then up towards the sky. You'll do the same thing on this side, out to the side, doing your best to keep that pelvis level, and then back in. And then you'll come up to stand. You'll come into a squat, and you'll kick. Squat, kick, squat, kick. So good time to get out your aggression and your kick to either side. Here we go. We'll go in 5, 4, 3, 2. Engage core, reach your knee out to the side into hip abduction. And then you're gonna reach that hip into extension. Abduction getting glute med firing, extension glute max. Glute med, glute max. Just notice if you have a tendency to either lose that neutral pelvis out to the side or as you pulse that heel towards the sky. Rest, all right. Prepare for the other side, rest for 10. Claw the earth slightly. Elbows can face slightly forward here. Feel the shoulders nestling onto the back, out to the side, and then back. And just notice the opposing glute working to support you so that you keep that pelvis neutral as you move the left hip into abduction and extension. Rest, all right. Squats with a kick. You have a 10-second rest here. You can practice that squat and feel what it feels like to kick. Getting low, and you're going. Exploding with one foot, exploding with the other. Rest. All right, back to quadruped. Three, 2, and go. Rest. All right. 10-second rest. 3, 2, out to the side, and then extension. Once again, doing your best to keep your pelvis level. You'll find sometimes that one side is more challenging than the other. Rest. All right, squat, 2, kick. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, and begin. Using the push of the end of the squat to turn into that reach through your foot. Rest. All right, back to quadruped, last round. 3, 2, 1. Abduct, extend. Abduct, extend. Rest. Woo. Other side, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, out to the side, back. Do your best to keep that pelvis nice and level. Rest, all right. Squat. 5, 4, 3, 2, and go. Three, 2, 1, rest. Okay, next round, we're going to be doing side plank with glute med engagement. So you're stacking your bottom shoulder and you're going to internally rotate from the femur, lift this leg up, tap the ground. You want to keep that leg nice and long and straight, belly engaged. And you're just lifting and lowering. You'll go to the other side, internally rotating from the femur, stacking that bottom shoulder blade, and then lifting and lowering. So navel in and up, hot iron pressing into your belly, working that glute med. You'll come up to stand, And then we'll just do the fun little toe tap, hand tap squat jacks. Like so. All right, here we go. We'll start in 5. So your front knee's bent, pressing hand into the ground, feeling that webbing of support in your back body as you internally rotate from the leg that's extended. And you're slowly lifting and lowering so you can really feel the burn in that glute med. Notice that the leg is nice and long, floating up. It's because you work so hard during your pulses. Good, rest. Feel the burn, other side. So really notice that the shoulders nestling onto the back. You can reach that top arm up to the sky so that you can feel the 2 arms become wings. And then you're just lifting, feeling that upper rear quadrant of your glute firing. Super important for keeping our pelvis level when we're running, when we're walking. We'll use that in our next round. And just notice that one side is a little more challenging than the other. It's usually the case. 5, 4, 3, 2, rest. Come on back up to stand. Nice wide position here. We'll go in 5, 4, 3, 2. And we'll just step feet together and then apart. Five, 4, 3, 2, rest. All right. Glute med. Make sure that wrist is stacked underneath the shoulder so you feel the support. That top foot's pressing into the earth to give you a little more stability. And you'll notice that that glute with the bent knee, it's actually working pretty hard here. Three, 2, rest. Other side. Just feel that connection, wrist right below shoulder. Internally rotate from the femur, and then just slowly lift and lower. Three, stand. We'll go in 10. Getting into those hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, again. Three, 2, 1. All right, last round. Can't remember which way I went first. We'll start this way. Really feel that glute med burning. Three, 2, 1. All right, last side. Internally rotating the hip, lifting and lowering. Another 15 seconds, you got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, rest. All right, they're firing. Move into our squat jacks in 3, 2, three, 2, 1. All right, coming onto our backs. So you'll lie on your back, reach your legs up towards the sky, and you'll find that place where the drawstring starts to tighten. And if you go any further, your lower back will come off the ground. So you're gonna stay here, lower one leg, bring it back up, and lower the other leg. So that's your core to begin with. Then you're gonna come up to stand. You're going to come into a side lunge. You'll come into balance, and then you're gonna reach that leg out, and then come back into that side lunge. Balance, reach that leg out, and then come back into side bounce. Same thing over here, out, come into that balance position, leg comes out to the side, and then you go back in, okay? All right, here we go. Last round of fun. We'll go in 5, 4, 3, 2. So find that place where you can hold your legs. Feel the drawstrings tighten. And then lower one heel down. Lift back up. And then lower the other heel down. So you're looking to maintain that nice small curve in the lumbar spine, right? So you're only going as low as you can so that you feel a lot of core activation here. Feel inner thigh muscles working. This will help you with your balance on this next move. And rest. Come on up to stand. So we're coming out to the side, landing, whee, out to the side, and then back down. Okay? So find your balance, go out to the side, land, come on up, reach the leg out to the side, back into your side balance. Find that balance, reach the leg out to the side, come in the side. A little tricky. Really have to work on stabilizing through the foot, like we did when we were doing the pulses. So there was a method to my madness. All right, nice work. Preparing for the other side, so stepping out to the side, finding your balance, extending leg, coming back in, side balance. And now we're going. Find the balance, reach the leg out, come back out. Balance. You can feel those inner thigh muscles really supporting the movement. Both adductors and that glute med is playing a nice role as well. Keeping that ankle, knee, and hip all in one line. All right, one round down. To the ground we go. So find that spot where you can lower your legs and really feel core fire. And then just lower one leg, lift it back up, and then the other. Three, two, rest. All right. Here we go, round 2. So you'll step out into your side lunge, balance, leg comes out to the side, reach back up. Find that balance from the foot, reach the leg out to the side. And just do your best to try to keep that pelvis level. Glute med is really helping with that. So you can kind of get a sense when it's doing its job and when it's not. And that's just good to know, right? What we need to do to get it to activate more efficiently. There's a little bit of external rotation in the hip that helps. All right, other side. Coming into that side lunge. And you'll notice it's just kind of like tacking that hip back and then having that leg go out to the side. And then coming to the side lunge. You're stabilizing that hip before you reach the leg out to the side. That's going to help a lot when you're running, right? So that the pelvis stays nice and level. Rest. All right, one more round of fun. All right. Find that spot. Lower one leg. And then the other. Nice and slow and controlled. Really looking for that place where you're right on your edge. You can feel that trampoline tighten right in between the top of the pelvis. Rest. Looks like we're gonna have time for a bonus round. I guess I was really efficient today, so we'll do a core round. We'll go in 3, 2, and 1. All right, rest. Other side. Three, 2, 1. Oops, I forgot to do the kick out. All right, rest. Okay, let's just do some core. We'll start with just heels reaching up and then tapping the ground, getting into lower rectus abdominis here. Rest. All right, we're gonna do tap, tap, sit up. So that just looks like tapping, coming back down and tapping. Press through the balls of your feet here. So you feel inner thighs firing, core working, arches nice and strong. Rest. And then we're just going to roll back and forth. And you can just go as high as it feels good to you. If it feels good to stand up. And then roll back down. And stand back up. You can do that if there's a modification where you just want to kind of stay here and roll back and forth. That's fine too. It's a good way to get everything firing. Rest. All right. Back to our ceiling kickers. Legs lift. And we'll just be punching the sky here. Rest. Here we're going tap, tap. Catch your breath. Three, two, one, and begin. And rest. Get ready for rolling. Going as far as it feels good to you, knowing that you're keeping your knees close in so that your core is engaged here. And then if you feel like coming up to stand or playing with that, you can. Just noticing what you're using to make that transition. Ceiling kickers. Rest. All right. Tap, tap, sit up. Coming up. And go. Rest. You can just start rocking, feeling that in your body. And you're on, just listening to whatever feels good to you. Being playful, exploring. Rest. Nice work, everybody.